As we have been following, we take you back to Adamawa State, where the governorship rerun in 69 polling units across 20 local government areas kicked off at about 9 a.m. in Hajia Ward 001 in Yola, the capital city. INEC's ad hoc staff and electoral officers arrived on time. In most of the polling units are crew visited. More than 36,000 registered voters are expected to participate in the exercise. The Independent National Electoral Commission had earlier declared the March the 18th governorship election as inconclusive. Well, we join our correspondent now, senior political correspondent Ayodele Ozugbakun, who is reporting live at the, of course, various polling units. He has been monitoring the exercise. He and other members of the crew talking about the governorship rerun in Adamawa State. We can now link up with him now. Hello there, Ayodele. How are things going on over there?
Yeah, it's prayer time for the Muslim faithful. And there's a mosque very close to this particular polling unit. So we had a kind of a little break in transmission because most of the people that wanted to vote here, they shifted to observe the prayer time. And don't forget, we are in a Ramadan period, fasting period. So all the adherents, they've gone to the mosque right now. But nevertheless, the exercise is not in any way affected by the prayer time. What I just said is that majority of the people queued here just shifted to the mosque to observe the afternoon prayer. But business is still going on here as usual. You can see people still under the canopy waiting, and they're actually waiting to be accredited through the BVAS. INEC agents, they're all around, and the ad hoc staff, they're waiting. And if you look at the ballot box, the majority of the people in this polling unit, they've exercised their franchise. So the process has been seamless. We've not had any kind of breakdown of law and order. And as you can see, we have security officials on ground here to forestall the breakdown of law and order. They are not armed, actually. And what I've seen around town has been every area, every junction, intersection leading to this place is being manned by military men. And they are on stop and search. You actually have to identify yourself before you are allowed to go or to proceed to come and vote. But this polling unit, it's not just unique to this place alone. We have like 750 registered voters here. We also have this is Ward 004. We have 002. Yola local government here is where we have the exercise. And across the 20 local government, there are polling units. Altogether, it is 69. What we have in this axis in Yola, we just have 4 polling units in Yola, across Yola South local government here that will be involved, that are actually experiencing this. So what we have here now is that people are waiting, and we still have somebody is trying to vote, and the process has been ongoing since 9 a.m. and it has been seamless. And this area, a lot of people, in spite of the harsh weather, a lot of people defy the sun to come under the sun to exercise the franchise. And don't forget that it's Ramadan time for the Muslim faithful. They are fasting. In spite of that, they are not discouraged. The turnover, I would say, is quite impressive, because I thought it was a rerun election, that a lot of people will be discouraged because of the fasting period, because of the fasting period, because so many other factors that they've done in March 18 that they might not want to willingly come out to exercise their franchise. But what we are seeing here is quite different. It's very, very different from the projection on ground. They are so enthusiastic. They've been here, they've been under the sun, and they've been trying to just make it count one by one, the process of the BVAS. And I report about this BVAS now. The entire process is just 2-3 minutes. With 2-3 minutes, you are done with the accreditation and you are allowed to come into this cubicle. Yes, absolutely secret. The secret ballot, if it's been observed here, you just thumbprint whatever we want there, and the destination will be this ballot box. So far, it has been well organized on the part of the Independent National Electoral Commission, I would say, and I would say it has been so far so good.
Right, Ayodele Ozugbakun, of course, this is a rerun as we have been informing our viewers, but you were there for the presidential election in Adamawa State. You were also there for the election, governorship election in Adamawa State, which also prompted this rerun that we are seeing. If you would weigh the differences, what are the stark differences at this particular election in Adamawa State?
Yes, so what we noticed during the presidential election is that we didn't have, prompt arrival of the ad hoc electoral officers, their polling units. That day for the presidential election, it was reported nationwide because some polling units, the electoral officers got there 11 a.m., some 1 p.m., some 2 p.m., and voting lasted to, late in the night, like 8, 9 p.m. And I took you to one of the collation centers, and you could see the abnormalities there. But for the governorship election, things were properly organized. That's 2 weeks after the presidential election. That's March the 18th. What we had was more organization on the part of the Independent National Electoral Commission, and especially for Adamawa election. But it so happened that INEC came out to look at the margin of vote between the leader of that particular election and the runner-up, seeing that the margin of vote, so the margin of vote cancelled actually surpasses the margin of lead. So that's why we found ourselves in this situation that they have an inconclusive election, and INEC ordered that election should be held in 69 polling units. Though the 69 polling units, you have 34,650 people involved in this particular exercise. So at the end of the day, the collation they've done before, they've done 85–90% of that collation, but it will still go through the same process by going through the ward level, local government level, and the state collation center. Ultimately, by tomorrow, we should know the next governor of Adamawa State.
Senior political correspondent Ayodele Ozugbakun. That will be all for now. Thanks a lot for the updates. We'll get back to you for more developments regarding the rerun in Adamawa State.